Hello, love warriors, and welcome back to another video. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. I am doing pretty good. I'm in a good mood. Usually I do these videos when I'm in a really good mood. I don't know, it just raises the frequency, it raises the vibration, and I don't know, I just love it. I love doing these videos, especially when I'm clear on what I want to do for you guys. So, like you guys can see in the video, we're talking mindset today, mindset. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. My name is Just Flow, and I am the love warrior. I am a love coach, right? And what do we do here? I help my audience, I help my clients turn and transmute their pain, their confusion, and their love blocks into embodiment and into power. So let's get into the video today. So like always, I have a few questions that you guys have asked that I will be answering. And yeah, let's start. Point number one. Or let's do a quick check-in. How are you guys doing? Like I said, I'm doing great. I have created, and we're going to be talking about this, but I've created a new system, a new routine for myself that allows me to, you know what, I'm going to talk about that as we dive into the questions because it's very related to what we're going to be talking about today. So let's just get into it, okay? We'll catch up as we samba. As we do a little samba, baby. That guy's in my head right now. Okay, so point number one, how do I break out of old patterns when I've been stuck in them for years? You need a cycle breaker, which is obvious, but when you're stuck in a pattern, when you're stuck in a habit, it's because you're not asking yourself the right questions. You're not getting to your motivating factor, your big why, the thing that keeps you anchored to who you truly are, your authenticity, right? You're hiding behind a mask, and that mask is your excuse for continuously doing this pattern, doing this behavior, doing this habit. Because we are 95% habits, we're 95% patterns. There is a program that is instilled in your brain. There is a neural pathway that is making you walk, talk, behave, think the way that you think. And so, in order to get unstuck, you need to stop, look at what's going on. Is like opening up your brain, opening up your application, looking at what's going on in there. Why am I doing this? Where does this come from? What is it rooted in? How does it make me feel safe? How does it make me feel comfortable? How does it keep me the way that I am right now? And am I happy with the way that I am right now? If you can confidently say that I am not happy with the way that I am right now, then you need to dive and be clear about, okay, so what is it that would make me happy? What is it that would make me loving? What is it that would make me peaceful? What is it that would make me the embodiment of who I truly am? What is it that would give me back my power? Because we now need to create, okay, I wanted to change that. Because we now need to create the habits and generate the energy that is going to give you that push into what you really want to be doing, right? So you need to eliminate the resistance. You need to eliminate the resistance from overcoming this pattern, from overcoming this habit, and that means bringing awareness into it, bringing consciousness into it, and being very intentional about your moves. Okay? So, how do I break out of an old pattern when I've been stuck in them for years? Why? Ask yourself, why am I doing this? And what is preventing me from stopping this habit? Or what is preventing me from this desire? What is your real desire? Let's take an example, because I think it's easier like that. Since we're talking about love, let's do a love example. I want to stop attracting the same type of person over and over again. I'm always attracting a person that um that puts me in my, I'm trying to word this right. I'm taking a real life example. I'm I'm always attracting people that when they get with me, they turn into a baby. And so it's like I end up, they take me for their mother. Okay, this is a real, very real situation. They take me for their mother, and so they start expecting things out of me that makes me feel that they're an incompetent man, or they're incapable man, or they're a useless man. Okay, let's take an example for the other way around as well. Um, I always attract women that are just not that into me and that I'm really into. Okay, so that is a habit. That is a love habit. You're continuously attracting the same type of relationship, right? And it's giving you the same type of outcome where at the end you're questioning your self-worth. You're questioning yourself. You're doubting, is it something about me? That is a cycle. Okay, now you can do that with health. You can do that with, sorry, I'm a little bit stuffy right now, guys. You can do that with health. Why is it that I never fully commit to the gym? Why is it that I lose, gain weight, lose, gain weight, lose, gain weight? Um, and the lose, gain weight also can also apply to relationships. Like whenever I'm in a relationship, I gain weight, I let go, I da 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 da. Finances. Why is it that whenever I get money, I spend it right away? I'm always used to having a low balance in my account. Spirituality. I'm trying to do one for every of the big five so you guys can kind of relate to each one. Spirituality. Why is it that um, I only pray, or I only sit down and set intentions and connect and tune in when I'm in need of something, um, and purpose. Why is it that I'm in a job that I hate, or whenever I'm looking for a job, I only always get the ones that I hate? Something like that, okay? So those are habits, okay? It could be even simpler than that. Why is it that I'm unable to stop smoking? I particularly work with love, so input your habit that you're stuck in, okay? And so when you now have identified the habit that it is that you're stuck in, you then have to ask yourself, what is it that I actually desire? I want true, purposeful, soulful love. I want a love that allows me to expand and grow in truth. I want a love that is harmonious. I want a love that is peaceful. I want a love where I don't need to put a cap on how much I'm able to love. Smoking makes me feel free, but it makes me feel icky at the same time. I want something that makes me feel free without the ickiness. Okay? I want to feel excited. I want to feel inside of my body without feeling guilty about how I feel inside of my body. I want to be healthy. It's not necessarily I want to go to the gym. I want to be healthy. I want to feel good in my body. I want to be confident. I want to look at myself and be like, yes, that woman is attractive. Yes, that man is sexy. Woo! So that's how your desire, input your desire. I want to look at my bank account and not shrivel up. I want to be relaxed when I look at this. I don't want to feel anxious. I want to feel excited, um, and know that I'm able to provide myself the things that I need when I look at my bank account. I want to go to my job excited. I want to go to my job exhilarated. I want to feel like there is meaning behind what I do. Okay? So, identify the habit, identify the desire. Then, this is the most important part, guys. Why? Why do I want this desire? Why do I want to feel peaceful, loving, soul, being in a peaceful, loving, soulful relationship? Why do I want to be free? And for you, you might be like, isn't it obvious, Jess? Everybody wants to be free. But if everybody wanted to be free, everybody would be free, guys. Duh. For a lot of people, it's easier to give that control to somebody else because that means that they no longer have to look at themselves and blame themselves for the results that they're getting in their life. But when you begin looking at yourself and giving yourself accountability and taking the necessary steps, you realize that there's work behind it, that there's energy behind that, behind it, that there's decisions behind it, and that you need to stand firm in that. And some people are afraid of standing firm in their truth because they were never taught how. And so, what's the root? The root is I grew up in an environment that didn't teach me the value of money, that didn't teach me that I could work with money, that I could be friends with money, that I could have a relationship with money, that me and money could have the same goals, that I was in a family where health wasn't a priority, food was a priority, cooking was a priority, that our happy moments were around food. Does that have to change? No. Happy moments can still be around food. You just change what the food is, because is the result is the most important. It's you feeling happy. It's you feeling powerful. It's you feeling that you everything is going exactly as it is meant to go, that everything that is happening is for your highest and greatest good, that life is moving through you and not hammering you down. Okay, so now you've identified the why. Your why needs to hit you in your gut. It needs to resonate with your whole body. You need to feel your mind. You need to feel your spirit. You need to feel your heartbeat quickening. You need to feel that vibration that, wow, it is important for me to be in a healthy relationship because I want to teach my children that healthy relationships can allow you to blossom in all areas of life. If I'm happy at home, then I have the space and the grace to be true to my wants, my desires. I have the peace to sit down and sift and categorize my thoughts, categorize my desires, to sit down and and align my chakras, to sit down and imagine everything that feels so beautiful to me. And so harmonious relationships are important for me because I get to be free in what I express in myself and then into the world. Why do I want to look in the mirror and see beauty? Why do I want to look at my phone and feel excited and feel liberated, like I can do whatever I want to? Find that answer for you. Find why it is important for you. Find why everything you do must be aligned with that. Everything you do must be the answer to that prayer. Okay? And that's what's going to help you break a cycle, because you're now very clear on, this is where I'm going, and I can't afford to be sitting down here and fighting with this habit. That doesn't mean, and that takes me to my next question, right? How do I stay consistent when motivation fades? That's why you have a system in place to help you stay disciplined even when the motivation fades. Because your why, you can have it plastered here, but it doesn't account for how you feel tomorrow. It doesn't account for how you feel in a week. It doesn't account for how you feel in 3 months. And so when that motivation fades, you can go back to it and you can be like, yes, it gets me up this morning, but is it going to get you up tomorrow morning? Is it going to get you up in 2 days? And so that's when you have a system in place. And the system is there to feed and nurture and water your desires, water your new programming, water your new mindset is what I was trying to say. To water your new mindset, to expand your new mindset. So for me, I'll give my example. I know that if I wake up later, no, it's not even about waking up later. Okay, because I have a daughter now, right? So I know that if me and my daughter wake, because she just started daycare, right? And so I've created this new system where I get to do everything I want to do in a day and feel productive no matter the time limit that I spend on each thing. So it's not about spend 15 minutes looking here, spend 1 hour um, here. The only time where I put a concrete time frame is when I have clients, right? But if that day I don't have clients, then it's do videos, do editing, do this, and I have a time frame. Not a time frame. I have a clear task. I have a clear task of what I want to do without the time frame. The goal, there's a goal for that task. And as long as I complete the goal of that task, it doesn't matter if it took me 1 hour, 2 hours, or 5 minutes. Okay. But there's a system in place. And the very first system is that I have to bring my daughter to daycare. Because if she's home with me, I'm gonna chill with her, I'm gonna play with her, I'm gonna spend time on my phone, I'm gonna watch some shows, I'm gonna take my time doing everything, and I'm not gonna concentrate on those things. And another thing is meditating. So I need to wake up and I need to meditate, because meditation gets me in that mindset. It gets me in that feeling of embodying peace, of centering myself, of feeling held, of knowing that I'm not alone, that I have my spirit guides, that I have source, that I have my ancestors there holding my hand, walking with me, guiding me, guarding me, protecting me. It puts me in that energy and it puts me at ease. It relaxes me into the flow of life, right? And so if I'm relaxed in the flow of life and I have a clear vision of what I want and I don't have my daughter there to distract me, then everything is getting done. Everything is getting done. So I'm not going to give exactly my system, but it's a system that works for me. And when I don't meditate and when I have my daughter there, the day's done. And so today I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to enjoy my daughter. And so I keep the mindset that I'm just going to enjoy my daughter. I'm just going to be present with my needs, my cravings, my whatever. Today is the day that life is going to be spontaneous. And I don't let it guilt trip me. I don't shame myself for it. I don't doubt myself for it, because I am not perfect. Life is not perfect. There's a season for everything. And so I accept that today the season is to chill, to vibe, to feel, to rest, to connect in a different way that is not that masculine, systematic way. You need both. You need a balance of both. I'm not saying go free flow every day, because you're not going to get anything done. Have a system in place that keeps you in check with your desires, your resolve, and your system, working together to keep you anchored, to keep you rooted in what it is, who it is that you are embodying. So how do I stay consistent? Have a system. How do I stay consistent? Be aware of your resolve, be aware of your why, be aware of your motivating factor, and be aware of the things that get you out of that. You are not perfect. It's okay to lose momentum. For me, at one point, I was like, I need to go to the gym. So I would start going to the gym, I would stop. I would start going to the gym, I would stop. And what I realized is that every time I went back to the gym, I went back longer. Every time I meditated, then stopped, meditated, then stopped. I meditated for a longer period of time. And the grace period, the pause period was shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. So I was building up that muscle. I was building up that mindset. I was building up that momentum, even though there were pauses, even though there were breaks. It's like go to the gym 4 times and have a rest day. Well, I was going to the gym 1 month and then having a 1 month rest. I was going to the gym 2 months and then having a 3 week rest. I was going to the gym 3 months and then having a 1 month rest. Okay, so the time periods were shorter and the committed periods were longer. So you're not perfect and things are going to look chaotic, but there is a pattern behind them as long as you stay rooted in your why. And as long as you return to what feels right for you, it might be uncomfortable, but it feels right to be doing the things that stretch you open, that allow you to receive more love, that allow you to receive more beauty, that allow you to receive more confidence, that allow you to receive more excitement. I'm getting shivers, guys, because it feels so good. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. It feels so good to be true to you and your desires. It feels so good to allow warmth into your life, right? And you can only do that if you're willing to look at the truth of, oh my gosh, I'm stuck right now. I'm having trouble right now. I don't know where to start. And Like you guys know, I am a love coach. I am a love coach, life coach, love coach. And I will help you alchemize that energy, because there is energy that is in being stuck. It's accumulating, it's accumulating, it's accumulating, and you don't want it to blow up. We talked about in another video what happens when it blows up, right? We want it to flow. We want it to serve a purpose. We want it to bring and attract to you everything that is meant for you. And that's what I help you do. Okay. Utilize your energy in a way that is for you, empowering for you, and allows you to be whole in who you really are. So, number 3, how do I know if my mindset is actually changing or if I'm just pretending? So, there will be signs. There will be signs. You know, there's that thing, fake it till you make it. There's a truth to it, but the thing is, when you say fake it, in your mind you're thinking fake it. When I'm saying pretend, imagine. You know, when you play pretend with a child, or when you were a child and you were pretending, you were, yeah, um you embodied you embodied that character, you embodied that personality. Doctor, oh my gosh, you're sick here. Let me look at this. Let me look at that. Let me do this. You got excited when oh, you're coughing. Let me use the scope, and then oh, your heartbeat is strong. Your heartbeat is erratic. You know, you're a child. You're having fun with it, and that's what you need to do with yourself. Have fun with life. Play with life. Be free in your pretend. Be free in your imagination. Imagine, not imagine. Think about how you would feel if you couldn't even be free in your imagination, if you couldn't even be free in your thoughts, if you felt chained up in your mindset. Do you know how crazy it is to be enslaved mentally? Not even to be enslaved in the workplace, to be enslaved in your family, to be enslaved in the gym, to be enslaved mentally, where you're so I'm trying to find the word for like noise, mazu. You're so confused, you're so unclear, you're so fogged up, unclear. Like, I see it in my head. I don't know if it's coming through, but you're so, like, the dark fog is taking over you, that you're not even able to see what you would look like on the other side of that. You're not even able to imagine what you would feel like on the other side of that. You're not even able to imagine how you would talk to yourself on the other side of this. And so you need to poke holes in the fog. You need to breath work. I'm connecting to clarity. I am protected. I'm not alone. I have Just Flow here as a life coach to help me push through this fog, to clear out this fog, to cleanse my energy, and to create a system that works for me. Hold on, I'm gonna go blow my nose. It's crazy that my congestion is acting up right now, 111 on the clock. Because it wasn't so bad yesterday. And yesterday I was getting a message on 3i Atlas, and was hearing how it has a connection to do with the third eye, which is the 3i, and Atlas, which is the spinal cord, and how a lot of people will be feeling headaches, that will have nostril congestion, will be getting sick or nauseous, dizzy, all these things, because there's an activation in the third eye. Um, I usually don't get nauseous or sick. It's just not one of my symptoms. But this congestion has been like, I told you guys how I had an energetic download in August, and I feel like I have been on and off sick since then. Like, I do my cleanses, I have my teas. I don't take any pills, medication, Tylenol, but you know, the syrups and stuff. I'm very like holistic in when I'm sick, with the baths, with the teas, with the massaging myself. I think the most chemical thing I have is Vicks, the vapor thing, because I don't have any peppermint right now. So I'm out of peppermint, and after so long. So yeah, I'm getting off track, but yeah. It's just because I'm so congested and that's the message I got yesterday. So it might be a message for you guys too if you're going through what I'm going through. Any suggestions? Like I said, I'm doing teas, I'm doing herbs, I'm doing baths. Yeah, I guess we'll keep flowing and releasing the spinal cord. Okay. So where were we? How do I know if my mindset is actually changing or if I'm just pretending? So I said there will be signs, right? And play pretend, enjoy it, have fun with it, let your imagination flow, let yourself feel what it would feel like to be free in your body, to move like you want in your body, even with the weight, even with the not the weight, right? Because there's some people as me that have trouble gaining weight. So feel good in your body, relax in your body, sit in your body, tap your body, feel the energy of your body, feel good, right? um for finances, like imagine what it would feel like to get the amount that you say would make you feel free, would make you feel good. And I know sometimes, and I do this too, you're in a meditation or in an imagination or fantasy, and you get out of that and you feel like a dip in energy, and that's okay. But what you really want to be doing is, I know the but negates what I just said, but it's still okay. Um, what would feel best is if you come out of that with that energy. Okay, so you feel good, like, oh my gosh, I'm getting this amount of money, so I'm able to do this, I'm able to be there for myself, I'm able to be there for my family, I'm able to make the moves that I really want to make, right? And so you feel good, and your immune system feels strong, and your nervous system feels relaxed, and your mindset is strong. That is the result that you want, right? And so you want to come out of that pretend play with that energy. Imagine how good a child feels after they've played. Imagine how good a child feels after they've done something that then they were excited about it. They feel good, and so they can move on with their day with that energy, not attached to, oh, remember that, and you keep replaying that moment in your head. You just go about your day, you go about the next thing, you're curious about the next thing, you're exploring the next thing, and you have the energy that got you there, bringing you through the day. So how do you know your mindset is actually changing? Because you have more and more ups, you have more and more consciousness, you have more and more awareness. Oh, right now I'm thinking about that, not having that. I'm thinking of lack, I'm thinking of anger, I'm thinking of jealousy, I'm thinking of envy, I'm thinking of guilt, shame. And you being aware of that means that your mindset is changing, because before you would have just acted it out without having that detachment from it. But now that you have that detachment from it, you can now decide, wait, I don't have to feel like this. I get to feel good. I get to feel good. I get to feel gratitude. Gratitude for this chair that I'm sitting in, gratitude for this tripod that is holding my phone. I get to be present in the moment and feel yummy. Okay? Yeah. Because I feel so yummy right now, guys. I hope you're feeling the energy. You guys know it's a good day when I start acting like this. So there will be signs, and when you're just pretending, um, you'll feel those low dips, between your desire and the fantasy. So it's like when a child says, "It's not real, mom." Like, it's not real. Just, it's okay. It's not real. But it is real. It's real in your mind. So it has to manifest once it's real in your mind. So there will be dips between the lack and the desire. There'll be lower energies, lower frequencies, lower emotions, because you can feel the separation of it. I hope that makes sense, guys. I just want to double check that my mic, because this mic be playing with me sometimes. So hold on. Hey, we good. We good. We good. What's the first mindset shift that makes the biggest impact on your life? Free will. Free fucking will. Knowing that you have the free will to decide what you will do right now in this moment. I have the free will to decide that I will bang my head against this wall and it will fucking hurt. And that pain is on me because I banged my head on that wall. And I have the free will to decide that I will talk to you guys, sit with you guys, be with you guys, work with you guys, walk with you guys, talk with you guys, connect with you guys, love you guys. That is my free will, right? I get to decide that, regardless of the circumstances around me. Okay, this is going to be a crazy example, but whatever. There's a window in front of me, right? I could literally see something come, boom, right there, and be like, oh my, holy shit, what do I do? And I'm filming a video right now, and I'm like, some crazy shit just happened, guys. And I want to send you the best. I want to send you love. I want to send you grace. I want to send you protection. I want you guys to know that everything that happens for you is for your highest and greatest good. And regardless of this shit storm, regardless of what's happening, there's going to be a sign there. There's going to be a way there for you guys to not be hurt. In the bigger picture, in the bigger scheme of things, this is one incident. This is one situation that is leading you towards growth, that is leading you towards expansion, that is leading you towards something greater on the other side, if you allow it to. If you accept it and embrace it and know that you have no control over what just happened. You have no control over that, but you have control over what is happening here. You have control over this world. You have control over all this, all this, all this, how you allow it to flow, how you allow it to expand, how you allow it to shrivel up, how you allow it to bring you down. You have control over that. And so free will is biggest the biggest thing that you can take back your power, that allows you to take back your power, that allows you to decide, what am I doing right now? And why am I doing it? And how is it allowing me to become and the embodiment of my truth, of my authenticity, of my love, of my life? How is it allowing me to experience things the way I want to experience it? How is it allowing me to relax, to dive deep into my emotions, into my energy, into everything that is for me? Because if it wasn't for me, I wouldn't be observing it. And the fact that I'm observing it means that it's wired somewhere in my brain. And so my brain has picked up these little signs, because the brain is picky. Although we get millions and trillions of information, the brain will focus tunnel vision on the things that resonate with here, that resonate with here, that are important to us. And they will stick out like a sore thumb. So make sure that what is sticking out like a sore thumb for you is your true belief, is your true confidence, is your true love, is your true peace, is your true center. So free will is the biggest thing that will have impact on your whole life. Someone has irritated you, someone has annoyed you. Are you going to slap the shit out of them? Or are you going to look at them and be like, wow, they must be having a tough day today. Wow. And they have decided to take it out on me. Now that they have thrown this energy at me, there's so much energy in the air. What do I do with it? How do I shape it? How do I form it? How do I release it. And you are an alchemist. You are capable of doing that. And if you need help, Love Warrior here for you to help you. And my link is always in the description in any of these videos. And so once you now have that mindset to really decide what is it that I want to do with my life, there's all this information about our history, about our world, about what is going on in the universe that is going to start coming to you because you now have the energy to receive it. And you're going to understand that there is duality, that there is negative, positive, and it doesn't mean anything is good or bad. It is what it is, but it is meant for the expansion of the universe, and it is meant for the expansion of universe, right? And so you will go through a lot and it will all be for your growth. And I know sometimes that's annoying because you're like, I just want to live a freaking awesome life as a human. But that is part of living a freaking awesome life as a human. That's what's crazy. Like, what? You are the only you that will ever get to experience and live what you are living right now, no matter how many reincarnations you have or do not have. This is the only time that you will get to experience this. So embrace it, love it, leave it if it doesn't serve you. All right, and that is your prerogative. That is your free will. That is your power. And I want you to know that you are empowered in that truth. Okay? So that's all I have for mindset shifts today. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. This might have been a long video, but I hope it answered everything that it needed to answer for you guys and that you got the messages that you were meant to receive. So I will see you in the next video. I am on TikTok. There's little snippets of these on TikTok. And I go live sometimes, usually around 11:30 Eastern. So hope to catch you guys soon, or else book a session with me. Link in bio. Bye guys.